Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. You can also find ways to take it to the stupid. Listen, please subscribe if it's your first time visiting the channel. Let me tell y'all something. First and foremost, I think Tank Davis is a young man who recognizes that he's made mistakes, and I don't think we should twist his arm. I'm not downplaying anything that he's done. That has been proven. I'm not downplaying the allegations about domestic battery. I seen the video. I seen one video showing him grabbing one of his the mothers of his children. But hey, who am I to judge anyone? But what I will tell you is, I'm not here to defend him. I'm not here to attack him. But what I will say is, people need to hold their horses and stop taking it to the stupid. Talking about Tank as a real one. Tank's thugged out because Tank Davis is in jail and he's feeling at home and he chose to go into general population. Now, let me tell y'all this. When I'm reading through the comments and seeing people talking about, man, I'm proud. Tank's representing. Yeah, he's a real one. Yeah, nice job, Tank. What? How does that make him a real one? How are we going to sit here and praise Tank being in jail and going to general population? Because I tell you what, Tank's not happy to be in no damn jail. Tank's not happy to be in general population. He won't be happy to be in protective custody. Tank's not happy about his situation. Tank wants to be home. He wants to be free. So when I see, and the sad thing, it's not even all young people. I can't attack that demographic of 15 to 27, 15 to 25. It's fools out here with gray hair in their head like me. Yeah, Tank's in there. Yeah, they love Tank. But if someone steps to him, he'll tame him real quick. Won't he, OG? What are you talking about? Sounds so uneducated and ignorant, man. Now, Tank decided to go to general population.
What's the update, man?
Let me tell you something. For him to go to general population, if that was his choice, well, it is what it is. I will say that with a lot of Tank's fans, I am not surprised that him going into general population, that he was kind of received with open arms, and no one is necessarily in there trying to attack him. I can see how they're in there and showing him a lot of respect and love and like, hey, we need to get you out of here. You're a celebrity. So I can understand, because he represents a lot of those guys, the same lifestyle. He just was one who was able to box and saved him. So Tank I don't think he would be uncomfortable around them. They're not uncomfortable around him. But at the end of the day, I just think you still got to be careful, because there's always one crab in that barrel, man. That's a hater. But I hear he's playing basketball in jail. He's playing football in jail. He's doing things to keep himself occupied. But I don't like to hear these people come out here gloating and celebrating and like, yeah, we got even more respect for Tank. No, man. Tank don't want to hear that shit. Tank wants to get out of jail. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not judging anyone who's gone to jail, gone to prison, or still in jail or in prison. There are people who are in jail who are innocent. You understand? So for those people who want to judge people who are in jail, you don't know their circumstances. There are a lot of innocent people in jail. And there's some who are guilty. But at the end of the day, how much wrong have you done in your life and just didn't get caught for it? You understand? How much wrong have you done? From as little as maybe stealing a piece of candy, jaywalking, you know what I'm saying? Because people go to jail for that. To the bigger things, you know what I'm saying? But let's not sit here and judge anybody who's in jail. But what I will tell you is, jail is no place for a human being, period. Who wants somebody to sit there, man, and tell you when to wake up, when to go to sleep, when to do this, when to do that? You know what I mean? You can't deny you being with women and shit like that. You got to try to figure out a way to get yourself on some chun. You know what I mean? Nobody wants that. But that being said, I just don't like I just don't like hearing that, man. I don't like hearing that. I don't like people coming out here and basically like praising Tank and his situation. Tank doesn't like that. Now I do want him to come home. I want him to come home, man. But I'm a little surprised that if Tank is really in general population, I'll be a little surprised, man. Because although I think out there in that DC area, because I believe that's where he's in jail, he'd probably get a lot of support out there. But if they took him and put him somewhere out of state, it'd probably be different. Because when he goes into that jail, who knows? There may be some people in there who he knows, or someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows Tank. You just don't know, and then knows his coaches. You just don't know what the connection is when you're in jail in an area, in a local jail. That's just the real, man. You know, even me and how I grew up. I haven't gone to jail in those areas. I spent the night in jail once, which wasn't fun at all. But to actually go into jail, like where I grew up, even now, and I've been gone for a long time. But if I was to go to jail up there, I'm sure there'd be somebody in that jail who would know who I was, or someone who knows someone who knows someone. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're out and you're amongst the people and you're getting into, and you're everywhere. I'll put it to you that way. When you're involved in everything and you're a little bit of everywhere, you tend to know people. People know your face, know your name. You may not be friends, but you just see someone over and over, and your name gets out there. So the thing about Tank, I have no doubt that he's around people who probably know who he is. Even if they don't know who he is personally, everyone should know, hey, we got this champion boxer, was Mayweather. You know, big time money, just came off one of the biggest pay-per-view events of the era. But out of state, I think nobody was really going to care about who he is. They just see, hey, money, they may try to extort him. But I think with Tank being local, I think he will be protected in there, because nobody's going to try to extort Tank where he is. I just don't see that happening. I just think there is a lot of love for him because of what he represents. He's always talking about Baltimore, man, and talking about all the guys he came up with and how so many of them are dead in jail. But really, they get emotional when they talk about how many have died. And that's just from the local area, man. We're going to the boxing gym that he knew. But let's not spin the narrative like what he's doing is something like Mike Tyson and going to jail and going to come out as a Muslim and this and that. Look, that's not the case. Okay, he's doing what he has to do to pay his bid for the wrongs that he committed. But once he comes out, I already know his level of maturity has risen. But once he comes out, I just think Tank's gonna realize, look, it's time to get busy. Forget all this crap. I don't want to go through that again. Forget what anyone thinks about me. I made my mistakes, and I'm done with it. I'm gonna move forward. But for those of y'all out there, look, I want to see the young man do better, man. You know what I'm saying? He really dodged the bullet with that car accident, and the fact that none of those people died. That girl who was pregnant, maybe the baby dies, she lives. She dies, the baby lives. Like, Tank's life could have been over. That whole situation could have ended up with him getting a death penalty, depending on if all those people and the baby died. It could have been horrible. So y'all shut up, man. There's nothing positive about what's going on. Tank knows he dodged the bullet. Let's just hope he can keep his nose clean. This shit's not cool that, oh yeah, he's a real one. He's this Al Capone. Baltimore's Al Capone. Shut up, man. Like, I can't stand hearing these people talk like that. I can't stand it. It sounds so uneducated and ignorant, man. Sound totally oblivious to what's going on in the world when it comes to a guy like Tank, a young male like Tank. Stop it. Don't champion that. Don't trumpet that. Because Tank's not doing that. Tank's ready to come home. Cornballs, man. Out here in the comments and on Twitter and on social media and out here doing videos. Yeah, Tank's a real one. Tank's a this. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I do the same thing. Man, shut up, man. Stop. It's a damn embarrassment, man. Absolute embarrassment. To hear people talk like that. It's not positive. Breaking champions, supposed to be building champions, not breaking them down. And the foolish thing is, there's some impressionable little young jackass who would watch a video someone does where they're saying, oh, this is a good thing, this is a positive thing, and who may be a fan of Tank, and who may go out here and decide that they want to go to jail. They want to show how real they are. There's a lot of people out here who are easily influenced and impressionable, man, and don't have a mind of their own, who'll follow the crowd and get caught up in dumb shit. And then when the real deal starts, they're like, man, I made a mistake. But it's too late. So stop pushing that bull crap out there into the atmosphere. There's nothing positive about what's going on with Tank. He feels at home. He's comfortable. He's playing basketball. He's doing what he has to do to pass the time. And he's fortunate that he is being shown some love in there. But believe you me, when it comes to feeling some love somewhere, he sure as hell rather be feeling the love of his children. That's who he'd rather have around him. It ain't even about a female. About those kids. Then after the kids, well, I mean, you know what comes after that. You got to have a little soft tenderoni there. But that's what this man, that's the kind of love this man want to feel. His kids around him. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. Cornballs. Idiots out there creating content. Talking about, yeah, Tank's a real one. You know, this fighter wouldn't do that. This fighter wouldn't do that. I bet AB didn't do that. What are y'all talking about? Y'all are dangerous, man. Anyway, get off here before I start cussing. I'm in the breeze.